Hello everybody, Jason Basin back in the house for part 2 of my CD collection, and we go back to the early days of the blues music. First I would like to say, did you see part 1? The Belgian cultural environment of the Belgian music. Check it out, part 1. Very nice. Okay, now we gonna look to the CDs that will go until about 75, 76, until part 3. Part 3 will begin with punk groups, and we go on there on the history line of music. So today Tina is not there, but she will come, I'm sure of it. We start with some blues CDs. This is from the blues collection. Here we have Blind Boy Fuller. That man, the recordings, it started here on this CD, were recorded from 1935. That's almost 100 years ago. We have here Champion Jack Dupree. I must say I have those CDs, but I not yet listened to all these CDs, but that will come. Then we have Arthur Big Boy Crudup, if I see it well. Also early music from the 50s, 60s. Here we have Earl Hooker and Junior Wells. We have Lowell Fulson, West Coast Blues. So those blues artists, they were a huge influence on the Rolling Stones. Also a monument in music, James Brown, a best of collection. And we go on. Here is Chuck Berry, a little CD of Chuck Berry. I made it like that. I took a picture of the cover and I made it that it fitted a CD, but this was this CD. In part 1 I showed you from 242 and this mini CD. In those early times of the CD, you got those mini CDs. This was also one of my first CDs, the BASF Maxima collection. It came with, when you bought some tapes, you got that for free. Chuck Berry, also huge influence on the Rolling Stones. Then a very nice CD here, the original Oldies Volume 1. We have here Elvis Presley, the man Great Balls of Fire. Here Chuck Berry. We have Roy Orbison. We have B.B. King. Do you know all those 9 guys on this CD? I only know 5 persons, but a real blues and oldies fan will know them all. A real nice CD of Elvis, the Hillbilly Cat, historic performances from 1954 till 1956. Really his early rock and roll years. Then a CD and DVD edition, Elvis Presley Love Me Tender. You can see inside. Can we see inside? It's double CD, one CD, one DVD, and one I bought recently, the best of Elvis. Then a group also in the 60s, the Drifters. They have some classic songs: Under the Boardwalk, My Girl, Money Money, Save the Last Dance for Me, all from the Drifters, songs that are very well known. Also a nice sampler, Play Me the Blues, B.B. King, Eric Clapton, Muddy Waters and Johnny Lee Hooker. Also one of my earliest CDs I had, this sampler. Then a very nice CD, Marilyn Monroe, Some Like It Hot. In the past I had a solo project, Lynn's Lust. I did 2 concerts with Lynn's Lust, and so Lynn's, that comes from Marilyn Monroe. Then a band that was very popular in around the mid-60s, The Shadows. Shadows made also the music for the hit film The Deer Hunter. And a band I was talking about here earlier, the Rolling Stones. Here is a series, Ultra Rare Tracks Volume 4. On the cover, the man is no longer with us. He is drumming now, maybe with Lemmy. And we have also another from the blues collection, Luther Allison. I said it here a bit later because here he is playing 60s and the 70s. Next CD, we have Johnny Winter, Golden Days of Rock and Roll. Johnny Winter, legendary guitar player, legendary band. And then maybe the best guitar player of all times, Jimi Hendrix, Purple Haze. Really nice edition in gold. I like gold. You can see it also in my video, the golden apple acid mix. Really nice. There is also in these recordings a moment where Jim Morrison takes the stage with Jimi Hendrix. And of course Jim Morrison was, I think, stoned and drunk, and he said things that the police was not so happy with it. Also a legendary man, John Mayall. In his band played very well-known guitar players. I think Jimmy Page played in his band also. Eric Clapton was with John Mayall and the Blues Breakers. Here another one, Jimi Hendrix. Then a very nice band. They were good mates with the Doors, Kent Heat. I love their music. It's like the Doors a bit, which they have a very well-known song, Going Up the Country and On the Road Again. Check it out, Kent Heat. And if we talk of Kent Heat, we talk also of the Doors, of course. Here is Best of Volume 3, The Doors. Then we have Morrison Hotel, very nice CD, really good. Then we see more pictures. It had some rough time. Normally there is a picture of the band, but I stuck it on the wall, so it's missing here. We have the second album of The Doors here, Strange Days. And we have the phenomenal first album of The Doors. Certainly one of the best records ever. Certainly in the top 10 of best records ever. Debut records, The Doors. Later on there was this CD that came out where we hear Jim Morrison with his poems. Very, very nice. They made music for it, and with the music in the background they mixed it with Jim Morrison's voice. Some people don't like it, I like it very much. An American Prayer, Jim Morrison with music by The Doors. The Doors without Jim Morrison, let's say. A really, really nice CD. If you can find it, buy it. I adore it. Because you hear Jim Morrison in a way you never heard him before on the other CDs. On the other CDs he just sings, but here he talks, and you hear his poems. Really wonderful. Then another band I like very much, the Velvet Underground. The Velvet Underground, this was their third album, without title. Really nice. Then we have this one, the Velvet Underground VU. This has the tracks. Normally it would have become, let me count, their fifth album, but it never made it. But the songs here are on it with Doug Yule. John Cale had left the band, and so Doug Yule took his place. And really, really nice tracks. The opener, I like it very much. I can stand it. Then another big legendary band, Pink Floyd. This is a CD I found on a second-hand market. It is from Italy. I think it's live. And we see more of it. Pink Floyd. Leyendas del Rock. Then also a record I found, a CD I found on a second-hand market. I bought it. It's more a music CD from it's from Total Guitar magazine, but I liked very much the cover with Pink Floyd on it. There is an audio section, audio part, and there they play some songs of Pink Floyd also. And then also this record, certainly in the top 10 of best records ever, Dark Side of the Moon. Soon the Americans will see, I think for the first time, the backside, the dark side of the moon, because I am a non-believer. I don't think they ever stood on the moon, the Americans. I've watched a lot of videos and I come to the conclusion it was all taped inside Hollywood studios. So no real moon landings for the Americans. Also the technology they had, it was too inferior, plus they had no time to make it more better, because it was, they had said before 1970, so 1969 they must put a man on the moon. It was not possible, so they went for the quick solution. So they made it, invented it. It is the biggest hoax in history. Biggest hoax, people. Maybe it will be more funded in the future when some people will open their mouths. There are already astronauts, I think, that have opened their mouths. So it will come out, the reality in the future, the real reality. Then also one of the big bands, early 70s, they had their high time, yes, long solos and so on. We have also here Atomic Rooster, Tomorrow Nights, Still Sealed, and a band that would go really, who did really well, Black Sabbath. This is their second one, Paranoid. Their single Paranoid, fantastic. Ozzy Osbourne and his man, really good. Still popular in 2022. Then another legendary band, Deep Purple, Child in Time, wonderful record. I have another one from Deep Purple, Anthems. I like very much Black Knight, really good. Then Roxy Music, a compilation. Roxy Music, also their highlights, certainly in the beginning of the 70s or mid 70s, really good. Virginia Plain, really wonderful track. Street Life we have here. Love is a Drug. What a songs. Also an artist in the early 70s, mid 70s, really good. David Bowie and his alter ego Ziggy Stardust. Really rebel. This is a compilation, Changes. Here we find all his big hits: Space Oddity, Changes, Ziggy Stardust, Gene, Rebel, really nice. And then we come to the end of part 2, 4 CDs to go. Here we have Eric Clapton, Scream Live, Cream, really wonderful, also around 70, end of the 60s, early 70s, really nice. Strange Brew are on this record, Crossroads, really nice. Tales of Brave Ulysses, that track absolutely in the top 10 of best songs ever. Then a CD of the Golden Earring, Greatest Hits. Golden Earring, they did it very well for the first time, very well in 1975 with Radar Love. Before they had also hits, but more in the Netherlands. But then that hit, Radar Love, would change it for them a lot. They went international. Which songs on this one? Of course, Radar Love we find on this one. Weekend Love, and then yes, the songs When the Lady Smiles from the 80s, really wonderful music. I have no CD of the Beatles, but I have CD of Paul McCartney, Back in the World, a live CD. It let me think on Let It Be, that album, end of the 70s, 1970, the end of the Beatles. But he is still rocking, still going strong. And we have the last CD, Jeff Beck, I think it's 1976, guitar solos, rock, blues rock, very, very nice. So, I hoped you liked it. This was Jason Basin, and soon we're gonna have part 3 with punk and more. We follow the line of music, the historic line of music. Thanks for watching, and you see and hear me very soon. Bye bye.